breaking down the Vikings from the perspective of a former NFL General Manager of the Year. It's Jeff Diamond's Purple Report, presented by your select Minnesota Buick GMC dealers.
Welcome to Jeff Diamond's Purple Report, brought to you every Monday and Thursday during the Viking season by your select Minnesota Buick GMC dealers and the 2024 GMC Sierra on 1500 ESPN, available 24/7 on YouTube via links from the 1500 ESPN and Score North websites. I'm Jeff Diamond, former Vikings GM, former Tennessee Titans president. Our producer is Sam Bird, has made his way back from out of town, fighting through snow and sleet and rain, just like they had in Seattle yesterday.
Don't get me started, Jeff. It took me a long time to get here. I drove up from Chicago this morning, but thankfully I made it here just in time. And before we even get into the game, I just want to give a shout out to AJ Fredrickson, who pulled most of our highlights that we're going to watch today. So thank you, AJ, for all of your work today.
Thank you, AJ, for sure. Yeah. And happy holidays to everybody this week. And it's Packer week. Exciting times. Vikings win their 8th straight game. Now are officially the hottest team in the NFL after the Eagles got knocked off in Washington.
Yep. And
that broke their 10-game winning streak. Vikings 13-2. Wow.
I'm mesmerized, blown away by this, Jeff.
It's an amazing season. It truly is. I was watching the end of the game yesterday, Sam, and I was thinking of, you saw The Hangover, of course. Everybody saw The Hangover.
Of course.
And the scene when the character of Alan, Zach Galifianakis, is playing blackjack in Vegas, and he's on a super hot streak.
Yep.
And Phil Bradley Cooper says, he can't lose. He can't lose. And I was thinking, I don't know if they can lose anymore. Yep. Because all the tough games they've had, close calls, and looked like it was shaky there when the Seahawks took the lead 24-20 in the later stages of the fourth quarter. The Vikings come right back down the field on that drive, get a little help from a face mask call, and lo and behold, Sam Darnold, what a fantastic play. Kevin O'Connell called it perhaps the play of the year, and it was obviously the biggest play in the game. Yeah. Throws a 39-yard touchdown to Jefferson. Vikings take the lead and then hold on. The defense makes 2 big stops at the end. Just a huge win. And I was nervous about Seattle going to that game. Vikings had lost 5 straight games in Seattle. Been kind of a house of horrors for them, a lot of close losses. But that was in the Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll era, and they were able to come away with the win. And, yeah, Sam, I think it obviously puts them exactly where they want to be going to these last 2 huge games. Yep. And the Packers, first and foremost, then they can worry about the Lions.
And this is truly the control your own destiny type of mentality, because the Vikings win out in Philadelphia, even if the Vikings win out, they'll get the number 1 seed. I believe that's how it works. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff.
Yes. Because Philly is now 12-3.
Correct. So control your own destiny. You've heard KOC say it every week. We're 1-0 this week. Now they have Green Bay coming up, and then hopefully you can pull one out in Detroit. But yeah, what a great win yesterday. I was blown away by it. I was watching on a riverboat casino, believe it or not. It was so much fun.
Yeah, and just the fact that they were able to win in the elements in Seattle, rainy day,
yep,
kind of spitting off and on, wet field. Will Reichard makes all 5 of his kicks.
Yep.
The guy is just a machine, kicking so well, and so many big plays by the offense and the defense in the game. And let's go to our highlights and kind of relive some of the great moments in the game, brought to you courtesy of Fox and Adam Amin and Mark Sanchez on the call. And we'll start early on. First drive, opening drive, Sam Darnold drives the Vikings down the field, 12 plays, 70 yards, and this touchdown pass to Jordan Addison.
Darnold over the middle, got a man, got a touchdown to Jordan Addison.
Key play on that drive was a 4th and 3 conversion to T.J. Hawkinson for 8 yards. Gutsy call at that point, early in the game, to go for it, but Vikings converted. Second quarter, the Seahawks strike back. Geno Smith threw for a lot of yards in this game, over 300 yards, but he also threw the 2 costly interceptions. On this particular play, he hits DK Metcalf for the touchdown.
Smith lofts it, looking for Metcalf, end zone shot, he's got it for the touchdown.
Yeah, I think Stephon Gilmore was getting his sea legs back at that point. He made a big play late in the game, but he gave up that touchdown pass to Metcalf, who certainly is still an elite receiver in the NFL. Big guy, big target for Geno. Vikings 7-7 now. Second quarter we go to. Very key play, and penalties have been very beneficial to the Vikings during this winning streak. And on this particular drive, the Vikings or the Seahawks are offsides. Trey Brown, which nullifies a sack on 3rd and 8 that would have forced a field goal. Instead, the Vikings get a 3rd and 3 and follow it up with this touchdown pass to Jefferson.
Second chance for Darnold. Throw an end zone for Jefferson, and they cash in with a touchdown.
Made him pay for single coverage there. Unfortunately, got a taunting penalty. Reichert had to kick a 48-yard extra point, but he knocked it through. Vikings up 14-7 at that point. Dallas Turner, we've talked about him this year, first-round pick. Not making a big impact really in the season, but he's making more plays as the year goes on. Had a big sack against the Bears. And here, wow, what an athletic play. Dropping into coverage, diving interception against Geno Smith. And Josh Metellus, the guy is just kind of a jack of all trades, playing a lot of linebacker in this game, and especially since Ivan Pace has been out. Now Pace may come back for the Packer game. We'll see. But Josh Metellus, as long as he's not single covering a wide receiver, I think he's a heck of a player. And here he puts the pressure on Geno, which forces this interception by Dallas Turner.
Play action fake. Nothing downfield. Forces a pass, not a good one. And Dallas Turner, the rookie, has the first interception of his NFL career.
Just a great play by Metellus and Turner, showing the depth of that Viking defense. Vikings, at this point, that sets up this field goal by Will Reichert. Vikings got stopped 3 and out on that drive. I thought it was really important that they cashed in after that turnover and got this 52-yard field goal on a bad field, bad weather by Reichert.
Good snap, good hold, and Reichert continues what has been an excellent rookie season.
Yeah, and he's just, I mean, all these rookies that the Vikings have are just showing flashes. I mean, Reichert's been great all season, but this is just a sign of things to come. And I think with Turner, it's the same kind of thing. I mean, he just needs time to learn the system, to develop. He's going to be just fine. He's going to be a great addition to the defense.
Oh, there's no doubt. And I think he's going to be a big factor in the playoffs because I think as some of those offensive tackles maybe wear down as the season comes on, here comes this bolt of lightning off the edge. And I think he could be very big and impactful come postseason and in these next 2 games that are so critical too to the seeding for the Vikings, with still holding that opportunity to be the number 1 seed, win the NFC North, all the things that are still in front of them. Now it's down to just 2 wins. Before we were talking, they need to win 4 or 5 games in a row. Well, now it's a little bit more in sight, even though I love what O'Connell said. He was asked that question, and he said, we can't go 2-0 until we go 1-0.
That's right.
And that's definitely true. Second quarter, late in the second quarter, Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's a really top player out of Ohio State, excellent receiver, catches this 18-yard touchdown pass.
Ball's in the red zone, 24 seconds and a timeout. Extra body coming. Geno Smith floats end zone, touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba's in the end zone.
And Murphy's looking for a flag that he did not get on that play. So 17-14 at the half. Teams trade field goals early third quarter. 2017 Vikings into the fourth. Then the Seahawks strike on a drive, and Smith hits Barnard, the tight end, back of the end zone. I really couldn't tell if he got his feet down or not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the boundary even was with that white outline, but it sure looked shaky, but yeah, I guess it was right. I guess it was a touchdown.
I guess.
3rd and goal from the 5. Charbonnet's the back. The 11th play of this Seattle drive. It is Smith for the lead. It is caught! Touchdown! A.J. Barner! Seattle.
Found the hole in the zone, and Shaq Griffin a little late getting over there. Vikings down 24-20 at this point, thinking, maybe the end of that winning streak, but not yet. And as I said, penalties really hurt the Seahawks in this game, and in particular on this next drive for the Vikings, right following that touchdown by Seattle. And it's a 2nd and 10 play where the face mask gets called. Darnold gets yanked by the face mask. Gets called this time. It wasn't called in L.A., but this time he gets the call. So instead of 3rd and 18 from the Vikings, whatever would have been about their 38-yard line, instead they're on the Seattle 39-yard line after that call with a first down. And what follows, as we said, O'Connell calls it the play of the year.
Off play action. Stepping up. Launching downfield. And it is caught! Twisting, turning, touchdown, Jefferson, Minnesota.
Yeah. What a great play. After the game, the Vikings were talking, Jefferson, O'Connell, Darnold, about that Jefferson made an adjustment on his route and took it deep. He could have taken it underneath, and Darnold could have thrown underneath to Addison or Hockenson, but he saw what Jefferson did. And I thought really the amazing part of this play was that Darnold was banged up on the play before, limping. He got on the sack and the face mask. He got twisted. His leg got twisted. And thinking, okay, is he even going to stay in the game? The guy is tough and resilient, talking about that all year, and then steps up and makes this play, which was a phenomenal play. Vikings taking that 27-24 lead at that point, and then the defense steps up. Here's a sack by Andrew Van Ginkel, which stops one Seattle drive.
Here comes a blitz again. Geno Smith looking for somewhere to go, and Andrew Van Ginkel with his 2nd sack of the day, and the 2nd for Minnesota.
That was big. Van Ginkel's 11th sack of the year ties Grenard for the team lead, and they both rank 6th in the NFL now with 11 sacks. And that forced a 60-yard field goal attempt that was short by Jason Myers. Vikings go 3 and out. They're trying to kill clock at that point, running the ball. And then Darnold, they do call a play pass on 3rd down. Darnold sat down, took a sack rather than force a throw, which was a smart play on his part if nobody was open right away. And that still enabled the clock to keep running. Very smart play by Darnold. But I liked the call by O'Connell to go for the win at that point, not give Seattle the ball back. Vikings punt it back to them. Ryan Wright had a really good day punting. 50-yard average on the day. Pinned him back again inside the 20. He had 4 inside the 20 kicks. And that set up this game-clinching interception by Theo Jackson. And again, Geno Smith under pressure. I think it was Ward on the pressure in this particular point. But big interception by Theo.
Got to go about 50 yards now to get into field goal range. And Geno Smith wants a chunk. Bad throw. Picked off. Ball game. And Theo Jackson, with his first interception of the season, seals win number 13 for the Vikings.
Just a big play. The defense leading the NFL with 22 interceptions, getting ready to take on Jordan Love, Green Bay Packers. Vikings will have an edge in this game from the preparation standpoint because the Packers are playing Monday night, tonight as we record the show, against New Orleans. Presumably we'll get their 11th win, come in here 11-4. Big game for the Vikings to try to obviously stay on Detroit's heels, set up that finale for all the marbles, but also keep Green Bay at bay, shall we say, and not make that last game, not give the Packers an opportunity to jump them into the 5th seed if the Vikings were to fall in Detroit. So huge game. It's here. I think that's an advantage. But Green Bay is playing very well. I think it's going to be a tough game, but it does help the Vikings to have the Packers on a short week and having to travel and in a holiday week. A lot of things in their favor. But, again, the rivalry, it's going to be such an electric atmosphere on Sunday at US Bank Stadium. I'm really excited for the game. I'm sure Viking fans are. The team is. But the Packers are, too.
Right.
First, they have to take care of the Saints, obviously, tonight. We're going to hear from the coach and several players and look around the league at some big games, including Jaden Daniels knocks the Eagles out of that potential number 1 seed.
I've been telling you all season, Jeff, watch out for the Commanders.
Yeah, big win for them in a last-second catch. But first, let's hear from our great sponsor, the Select Minnesota Buick GMC dealers. There are trucks, and there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and, of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra, not just any truck, the truck. GMC's continued commitment to professional-grade engineering is on full display at your Select Minnesota GMC dealers. Stop by and choose from our wide selection of colors, models, and trim levels. Our friendly sales professionals are ready to work with you so you drive home happy with not just any deal, the deal. So come take a test drive today. We are professional-grade GMC. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2024 GMC Sierra light-duty models. See your Select Minnesota GMC dealers today. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 1/2/25. Kevin O'Connell in the locker room. We love these locker room scenes after wins. And this was a special locker room scene, and you'll see at the end why it was extra special.
I'm going to start out with the guy that had 10 for 144 and 2 touchdowns. All right, in a moment we had to have it, they went and made a play. They went and made a play, and this guy's done it time and time again since the first play he ever played in this league. All right, best receiver in football, Justin Jefferson. All right, and I'm going to try like hell not to get emotional right now. All right, this guy's had an unbelievable journey that's led him to be your guys' teammate right now, but more importantly, your guys' leader as we go chase what's out in front of us. All right, for the 12th time this year, he had a 100-plus quarterback rating again. And when we had to have it, all right, he just keeps on coming, delivering, making it happen.
Yo. First coach in Vikings franchise history to have 2 13-win seasons.
That's a special moment for Kevin O'Connell. He talked about it in his media session today, about that getting that game ball from Brian O'Neill, a guy he really respects, one of the team captains. And as we said, a special season for the Vikings. We'll see how it turns out. Hopefully better than that 2022 finale against the Giants in the playoffs. I think this team is better than that team, deeper on defense for sure. Yeah. And Darnold, hey, he's a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. I'm here to tell you that.
Breaking news.
even as much as Kirk did good things in that 22 season, and even last year before he got hurt, but there's something about Sam Darnold that I think the athleticism is at a higher level, the ability to run. We saw him run for a big first down. Those are some of the things that Kirk could not do. And this guy's got a clutch gene to him. This is the 3rd time in the last 4 games that he's thrown a touchdown pass to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Yeah. That's clutch football.
Yep.
And not that Kirk wasn't, and we saw in 2022 he certainly was with all the comeback wins, but I just like what Sam Darnold's doing. I like the vibe he gives off. I think the team wants to play for him. Yeah. And not to say they didn't for Kirk, but it's a different feeling with this team. It's like a destiny feeling.
Right. He's got the it factor. I think that's what we'll sum that up. Just say he's got the it factor.
Exactly right. Yep. So as we kind of look ahead to what's going to happen around the league and so forth, first we want to hear from a couple of the players. And here is Sam Darnold talking about another resilient win.
We are really good win. I feel like that second half, it was kind of up and down the way that we were, kind of stalled on a couple drives, a couple 3-and-outs, I think. But our defense, man, I feel like our defense played really well today. Per usual, our special teams, Will the Thrill, Will Reichard was able to do his thing today and drill some big field goals for us. Ryan Wright doing his thing, punting the ball. So just a total team effort today. A ton of credit to those guys, and on the other side of the ball, I feel like defensively, man, they have some really good scheme, paired with obviously really good players. So just very proud of the guys in the locker room for the way that they handled everything throughout the game, the ups and the downs, and just another resilient win for us.
Kevin O'Connell was talking about the great touchdown pass from Darnold to Jefferson, as we said, made the route adjustment on the play. And before that, O'Connell's headset went out, which he said was kind of curious at that very important time in the fourth quarter. But here's the coach talking about the big play.
It was kind of an adjustment on the route based upon how Justin reacted in the moment. We had talked a little bit about that sequence. He'd be on the backside, and if they wanted to, shove coverage over to him, we thought, J.A. or T.J. maybe on the front side. But how it played out is he got such a clean, good release on the inside release. He felt the vertical grass and took it. And, in honor of Randy Moss, threw the mailbox sign up, and Sam saw him as he climbed up in the pocket. And I want those guys to have some freedom in those moments, especially. We do a lot of things with Justin and Sam, seeing the coverage, and then with some route opportunities to get to at the line of scrimmage. And I think those guys have just gotten so comfortable with that stuff that they're able to execute it like they did, which was maybe the play, absolutely the play of the game, maybe even considering just the moment and the circumstances, the season as well.
Justin Jefferson, if you're going to make a big playoff run, your stars have to perform. And if you're going to win big games down the stretch, such as this Green Bay game, which, Sam, I'm still amazed it's not a primetime game. I can't believe they didn't flex it, at least to a doubleheader, 3:25 start. It's a noon start on Sunday. Kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
I think that what the league and the networks are hoping, what NBC's hoping, is that the Vikings and Lions have that winner-take-all game,
right,
Week 18, that the Vikings are going to have to win. It really doesn't matter what the Lions do, because even if they get beat at San Francisco, the last game's going to matter, because if they beat the Vikings, they'll have swept. So it's going to be a huge game if the Vikings beat the Packers. That's what I think the league is hoping for, and NBC. But it's just, at this point, as we said, it's kind of hard to believe that that's not the case. But Jefferson is coming on, had his most productive game of the season, 144 yards receiving, 10 catches. He's well over 1,300 yards now, ranking second in the league to Jamar Chase, his LSU teammate. And Justin, after the game, talking about LSU, he talked about that LSU. This team kind of reminds him of that LSU team.
Oh, for sure. I mean, just not just what we're doing out there on the field, but just the way we carry ourselves, just the way we treat each other. It's definitely something that's different in this locker room than any other locker room. And just like I said earlier this week, 2019 when I won the championship at LSU, it's the same type of vibe. Just the team just together, fighting for one another every single game, and it definitely feels the same here.
Andrew Van Ginkel talking, he had 2 sacks, as we said in the game, talking about this resilient team.
It's just a resilient win. Obviously, when you can play complementary football, offense, defense, it was a long game. We had to battle back and forth, and, they were throwing shots, we were throwing shots, and, we came away with that pick to seal it out.
Do you think games like this are needed as the playoffs are approaching?
Yeah, it's going to prepare us. Take you got to be more detailed, more oriented, more focused, and good things are going to happen. And when you can come together as a team and start playing your best ball, because this is when it starts to matter.
What you think? Any hits you guys had before kind of being able to close on it. What did it feel like to be able to get those 2 sacks of Geno in the second half?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously when when the back end is covering, then the front is able to rush and able to put pressure on the quarterback and get him flustered, and then he throws errant throws and gets the guys in the back end to go make a play. And when you have that complementary football, you can be dangerous. And
Andrew Van Ginkel, one of the great free agent additions on this team, along with his running mate edge rusher, talking about Jonathan Grenard, of course, Blake Cashman at linebacker, Gilmore in the back end, Griffin, just so many of those free agents on defense, and then, of course, Darnold and Aaron Jones on offense. Aaron Jones, of course, will be looking forward to the rematch with his old team after the Vikings got him in Green Bay in Week 4. That very memorable 31-29 game. The Vikings jumped off to a 28-0 lead, as we recall, and the Packers came storming back. Jordan Love threw 4 touchdown passes in the second half, and the Vikings just barely held on, got a big drive to a field goal, won it by 2 points, and had an onside kick recovery at the end. It's a very talented Green Bay team. They're top 10 in offense and defense. Love is a player who has played really well at the end of the season the last couple of years. Before we talk about some other games around the league on Sunday and over the weeks 16, let's hear from our great sponsor, the Select Minnesota Buick GMC dealers.
There are trucks, then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra, not just any truck, the truck. GMC's continued commitment to professional-grade engineering is on full display at your local GMC dealer. Come take a test drive today and see for yourself. We are professional-grade. GMC. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR for 36 months on GMC Sierra light-duty models. See your local GMC dealer today. Monthly payment is $28.16 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment 15%. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 12/2/24.
Looking around the league over Week 16, that just will end with the Packers and the Saints. We mentioned the biggest game of the weekend, other than from the local standpoint, of course, the Vikings get their 8th straight win over by beating the Seahawks. Washington 36, Philadelphia 33 stops the Eagles' 10-game winning streak. Jaden Daniels, the guy talking about clutch quarterbacks, this guy's a clutch quarterback, and he threw a 9-yard touchdown pass to Jamison Crowder with 6 seconds left to knock off the Eagles and get the Commanders their 10th win, on the verge of clinching a playoff spot. They've got Atlanta coming in this week. That'll be an interesting game, too. Atlanta was able to get an easy win for Michael Penix in his first start in place of Kirk Cousins, 34-7 over the woeful New York Giants. And Penix didn't have to do a lot in that game. It was more about the defense, 2 pick sixes. We know that earlier on Saturday, the Ravens won a big game over the Steelers, 34-17. So they're still in the hunt for the AFC North title. Some other big games. The San Francisco 49ers are kind of toast at this point. They do play the Lions this week, really immaterial, as we said. And they lost in Miami. They're officially out of it. The Cowboys seem to be trying to play for Mike McCarthy's job, and they knocked off Tampa Bay, which put Atlanta in the driver's seat in the NFC South. If the Falcons can hold on, we'll see. I don't know about that. That remains to be seen. But a lot of big games coming up in Week 17, led by the Vikings and the Packers, of course. Some games on Christmas and day after Christmas and Saturday. It's a wild week in the NFL, and we're going to break it down on Thursday as we preview the Vikings and the Packers, and we want everybody to have happy holidays. And this has been Jeff Diamond's Purple Report, brought to you every Monday and Thursday during the Viking season by your select Minnesota Buick GMC dealers and the 2024 GMC Sierra on 1500 ESPN. Available 24/7 on YouTube via links from the 1500 ESPN and Score North websites. This is Jeff Diamond with Sam Bird, and we will talk to you on Thursday as we preview the Packers. Everybody have a great, great holiday, and be safe, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year ahead of us, and we will talk to you Thursday.